Hi, today we are with Dr. Damian Ryan, who is our National Course Convenor here at Institute of Health and Management. He is the magician who trained the overseas registered dentist to crack ADC exam process. Welcome, Dr. Ryan.
Thank you, Dr. G. Owens. Yes, I'm happy to have joined IHM as the National Course Convenor in the dental space, and our purpose is to train overseas registered dentists to get their Australian registration and pass the ADC exams. We have a fully fitted and functional simulation laboratory which mirrors the ADC setup. So if you come and do one of our courses, you will have the confidence, the ability, the skills to pass these ADC examinations. We run several programs over 1 to 4 weeks to suit every budget and time frame available for people. And the procedures we put into those programs, which are supervised by registered dentists and other dentists that have passed the ADC exams, mimic the ADC procedure. So we have restorative, crown and bridge, preventive procedures, all mirroring what you will see on the ADC examination.
That's perfect. So, Dr. Ryan, so many of the overseas registered dentists who had already cracked the written examination, they will be wondering who is training them. So it will be great if you can introduce yourself, like your experience and how you joined IHM. And
Yeah, thanks. I have been in private practice for over 30 years, but I've spent most of the last 10 years working at different dental schools around Australia, both as a clinical supervisor and senior lecturer. And I've trained dentists at the ADC level, because the ADC exams are the same examinations that dental students in Australia need to pass. So everybody's on the same page, it's a level playing field. You say you are regarded as a newly qualified dentist. So it doesn't matter if in your country you've been a dentist for several years, or even if you're a specialist, we need to bring you back to this level playing field. So our simulation lab and our procedures and our supervision by experienced dentists and by other dentists that have been through the ADC exams will help you and give you the confidence and the skills to pass this ADC exam.
so, Dr. Ryan, you correctly mentioned that this is exactly same with that third year and final year dental graduate studying here in Australia. So working with them and working with ADC graduates or ADC whole aspirants who are trying to crack this exam, do you find any difference between both of them, those who are coming from an overseas country and who is studying in a dental school here in Australia?
Well, I find the ADC graduates very enthusiastic and motivated because it's a cultural change for a lot of these people. But it is a difficult examination, and it is a different setup here, but we have to standardise the procedures across the board. But the ADC graduates or the ADC applicants, I find lovely to treat them that they are very, very motivated, and it's our responsibility, as I say, to try and make it as easy and as comfortable for you to get through this ADC exam. So the procedures we teach you are the same ones that the ADC examiners will be testing you on, and our courses are aligned with that program.
Yeah, I'm sure that when that training comes from someone who is already practicing here in Australia, from a team of dentists who are already practicing in Australia, will definitely make difference for those overseas registered dentists to crack this exam. So moreover, it's a lack of information which they're having around for those registered dentists who are searching for about ADC examination process. Could you please tell us more about the ADC exam process, how it starts? It starts with an initial assessment process, which we know. So more information about
the initial assessment process, followed by the written examination, which can both be done from the comfort of your lounge room online. So once you've passed the written examination, then you can apply to do the practical examination, which is done in Melbourne, Australia. There's a 7-year validity between having done the initial assessment and the written exam, then that's valid for another 3 years. But we need you to be in Australia for this exam and to do the intensive courses before approaching the ADC to do the exam. The procedures involved will be an OSCE-based exam around communication, treatment planning, skills and treatment delivery, and then the second part is the procedural part of the practical exam, which involves crown preparation, restorative preparations in both amalgam and composite resin, preventive procedures, extraction techniques, radiography techniques. As I say, these are the exact procedures that you will be faced with at the ADC. So we are trying to get you as comfortable and as competent as possible before the big day.
Yeah, so many of the overseas registered dentists have this question in their mind. Are they doing these procedures on a live patient or on a Fenderhead?
No, because as with dental students, they're not registered with APRA, which is our registry body here. All procedures are done on Columbia mannequins, the same ones in our sim lab, the same ones in the ADC testing centre. So it's all aligned.
That's a great news for overseas registered dentists. But like many of the overseas countries, these registered dentists used Fenderhead maybe first or second year of their dental school. After that, they are training on the live patients.
Yes.
And many of the overseas registered dentists asking us about this course, they have 3 or 4 or 5 years of experience. What do you think? Will that experience help them, or ADC is looking for something else?
No, the experience will definitely help them, but as I say, we've got to set up a level playing field. So we've got to bring you back to those techniques that you were taught at university, at Australian university level, might be third year dentistry level. And yes, you may be a very experienced dentist, you may be a specialist. Does that count? It does. It will help you with your communication skills and your treatment planning, but technically wise, we need to run it by the ADC Council's standard of preparation and treatment. So yes, experience helps, but it's not necessary. So it doesn't matter how much or how little experience you've had in your own country, you still have to pass exactly the same exam.
Yeah, so good news for those recent dental graduates coming from overseas countries. Like ADC is not asking for an experience. Even if you're a fresh graduate, you can start with your initial assessment, and when you wait for that initial assessment to get through, you can start working in your home country and prepare for your written examination. One thing to note over here is like we also have written examination preparation for 5 months for those overseas registered dentists to crack the ADC examination. Only after that, completing the written examination, they will be moving to the practical, isn't it? Right. Yeah. Do you have any feedback about the overseas registered dentists working with you here in Australia? Do you think is that helping?
Oh look, there's no doubt that Australia is a multicultural country. I've worked in many different dental surgeries and in dental school situations with people from all over the world. And they're very, very successful. Once you pass that examination, you will be employable and you will be a successful dentist in Australia, no doubt. I've enjoyed my work with various ethnic groups of dentists in Australia because we just see it as a completely normal part of our society. So being a foreign registered dentist is irrelevant. Once you pass that ADC examination, you are part of the broader Australian dental community.
That's perfect. So for all those registered dentists coming from an overseas country, please visit our website to know more about the course information. It's ihm.edu.au and we will be there to help you all. Thank you.
Thank you.